Okay, so it's gonna be a very interactive call. You know, I said some. What are the 5 point? What are the things I said? So let me read you guys something so that if you're here right now, I'll tell you one of the reasons you're not gonna be successful on this call. I'm not gonna be the one to tell you, but you're gonna hear it. Okay, so if you hear it, you're gonna know one of the reasons you're not gonna be successful in trading. So this is actually a call orchestrated to help you understand the psychology of success and money management when it comes to trading. It's going to be a lot about personal understanding to money. But this is the session requirement. Number one, be ready to communicate. Number two, camera and video on. Number three, take notes. Number four, ask questions. Number five, be open and honest with yourself. So if you're here right now, you have any excuse as to why any of this you're not compliant with it, the truth is, I don't know. Okay. But there are certain things that I've known over the years. And guess what? I said something. One of the requirements, be open and ready to learn. And at the same time, I am going to be very open, blunt, because I have something to offer. Okay. And I will offer it in the interest of honesty and truth. Okay. I need everybody to put truth on chat. If you guys want me to be really honest and truthful, put truth on the chat. Okay. Beautiful. All right, good. Father, I thank you for this opportunity. I'm giving you praise and adoration. Thanking you because you have brought us here today. We thank you because all that we do to bring you glory. We declare today that all that would learn today, our hearts and our minds are open, that we receive wisdom and understanding, that at the end of the day, we're going to bring glory to your name. We thank you for the presence of consciousness. We thank you for the opportunity to learn. We thank you, yes, even for the opportunity of livelihood. As we open our heart today to learn, give us the wisdom to understand. Give us the ears and the mind to understand all that will be taught. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Yeah, we'll start in God. Start with God, finish in God. So there's something that came to my mind. I just want to change the tempo a little bit. I'm not too okay. I said I was gonna be honest. So I'm gonna be asking a couple of questions. So I'm gonna start with questions first. Okay. So okay, before I start with question, this call, let me tell you so that I don't want someone who's not here, who's not supposed to be here. So sorry. Okay, so who is supposed to be in this call? Someone who has made a deep decision, a personal decision to actually delve into the environment or to capitalize the environment of trading to earn money. You've made a decision to be a trader and you want to leverage over the financial market to create wealth. If you're that person, put I am on the chat. That's the reason we're on this call. I'm not here to teach you how to trade. This is not a call to teach you how to trade. This is not a call to tell you the beauty of trading. Okay, this is a call for people who has made a decision to trade and they want to know how to navigate their trading journey. They want to know how to start well. Okay, so I want to offer my experience, an opportunity to give people my experience. So I'm not here to please anybody to love trading. So if you're here, you're trying to understand trading, this is not your call. You can just appreciate your time, go take tea, go watch a movie. All right, this is not your call. Does that make sense? So if this is your call, say this is my call. I want to know those of you that this is your call. You know that this is your call. Let me know in the chat. All right. So that I can speak freely. So I don't want people that don't understand. Excuse me. All right, beautiful. So now, one of the first word that came to me before I started this call, because everything I do, there's something that I've always learned in my life The scripture says, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. Okay. If you guys have followed me over time, one thing you would have noticed about me is the foundation for every of my activity and doing, okay, is to God is the center, is the beginning and the end. And I need you guys to pay attention. Every word I would say, they are communications, okay? And you want to take note of when I am slow. When I'm slow, I'm speaking deep. Everything I do, the purpose, I need everybody to put purpose on the chat, okay? So before I ask you any question and you want to answer, or before you even want to learn anything, there was already a purpose for this call. If there is no purpose, this call is meaningful, is meaningless. It is only meaningful because there is an agenda, there is a purpose to this. Okay. And in the light of purpose, the foundation for every purpose, the consciousness for every purpose is life. What is life? Okay. Now, a lot of people, this call is going to be going into different dimensions for some of you. And I'm going to be asking questions. I'm going to be talking and asking questions. I'm going to be taking content from you guys. And this is going to be the basis because it's a one-to-one. So everything I'm going to be saying is I'm not just going to be teaching you on business. I don't have any topic for this call, but I do know that the purpose of the call is to get you guys started, okay, rightly, and knowing how to navigate. There's a consciousness and a mastermind of understanding money that a lot of people don't know. There's a trading psychology that a lot of people don't know. Now, there may be the word trading psychology, but it's not necessarily hinged on trading psychology. Is hinged on human psychology, how we relate to money. Trading gives us that interface. Okay. A lot of people have failed in trading not because they don't know how to trade or they don't understand trading. It's because their psychology is messed up. There's no schooling in their psychology. Okay. And being here for over 6 years, I love to, my whole goal of being in the trading environment is it's not necessarily to make money. It's to help people find a foundation for success. And I try to look for problems because that's how I get rich. That's how successful people make money. Problems. What is the problem? What is the major challenge or problems people have that stops them from achieving a level of success that they started with in the first place? And I found out that majority, over 90%, is unclear purpose. I need everybody to type that on chat. Either unknown or unclear purpose. And I can prove that on this call. All right. I should be able to. Unknown or unclear purpose. So to better give you guys a better answer, because for the question I want to ask is, so I want to give you a foundation, a template to answer. If you're here today, if by now you do not understand why you breathe, you cannot understand why you should make money. Do you guys hear what I said? You guys heard, you heard me. If you did not get me, say can come again. Okay, so that's the first deep word. If you do not understand why you breathe, why you're alive today, why, you would not understand how to make money. Your drive in life to the right direction is based on your understanding of why you're driving in the first place. You can never get to a destination you don't know, but you can go to places. Many of you, you've gone to places. Many of you are in places you don't like in your life. How many of you are in places you don't like in your life financially? Be open, be honest. How many of you are in places you do not like in your life financially? This has nothing to do with trading. All right, good. I believe I'm talking to everybody. I'm assuming everybody in this call right now is above 20 or above 18 years old. So anyone who's 18 should understand purpose. So if you're here today, you're an adult, and you're where you are financially that you don't like, you're not a better leader of yourself. Can you agree with me on that? Because I'm just going to give you guys straight. Like I said, I'm not here to please anybody. I'm here to mentor you. Okay. So would you agree that you're not a better leader of yourself? If you're where you are financially and you like it, that means you're a better leader. If you don't like where you are financially, it means, and you're an adult, you got to where you are 100% responsible for where you are today. And where you are today is a component, all right, of your irresponsibility, your ignorance, okay, or your rebellious attitude. If you're an adult, you guys want me, at this point in time, do you guys still want me to continue? Are you sure? Because I'm just getting started. Okay, I repeat that. If you're where you are today and you're an adult, it's a component, it's a put together of your ignorance. It's not necessarily the lack of knowledge. It's all tied to ignorance, rebellion. Okay. Now we may add a little bit of what it is you don't know. And that could sum up to say, if we bring it to the age of responsibility, you are not a responsible leader. If you are 100% in agreement with me on what I just said, what is the solution? That's the first question. That was not supposed to be my first question, but I'm just flowing by the Spirit. What do you think is the solution if you're not a better leader? At this point in time, if you want to be a responsible person and you find out over time you've not been responsible for yourself, okay, what do you think is the solution? I was told. It took me 2 years to understand when I was told that creating success is quite easier than staying poor. It took me 2 years because guess what? I'm an adult. From age 17, I started my journey of entrepreneurship. I started hustling, traveling. I've been hardworking. So when someone tells me that it's easier to be successful, I find it annoying and resisting because I am hardworking. I thought then that I was hardworking. I was doing things people did. But guess what? My life turned around in a space of 7 months. I was a little over 26 years old, I guess. From 17 to 26 is roughly about 10 years, right? What am I talking about? You guys, no, I was close to about 30. Okay. I'm 35 years old now. And I hit major success around 28, 29. It took me over a decade. What didn't happen in my life in a period of a decade happened less than 7 months. And I've seen tough. I've experienced layers of tough, but it's nothing compared to that decade of ignorance, of unawareness, of rebellion. So I asked the question again. What do you think? Now you guys are here. You're my fellow. Every one of us have consciousness, okay? You've been ruling yourself. You've been leading yourself. At this point in time, okay, if you've not done well, what do you think is the solution? The first thing that comes to mind, what do you think is the solution if you're not a better leader of yourself? And in this statement and in this answer and whatever you're going to give, you're going to find out the reason a lot of people are failing. And the reason you have been failing, you have been struggling. Let me use the word struggle, because some people don't do well with failing because they've told them in the church that I'm not a failure. So When someone tells them you're failing, it seems you're causing them. Failure is an advantage. We're just told wrongly. Okay. You guys are not encouraging me. I can move in circles because there's something that will push me forward. If you don't give it to me, I can't move forward. All right. So you guys agree that, yes, you've not been a better leader. Now, you are at the place where you have been convicted that you're not a better leader. What do you do about it? What are you supposed to do about it if you're not a better leader? And you want to get better in life. What do you do about it? I'm going to tell you guys some truth you're not willing to hear. Someone said, adapt to change. Haven't you been doing that? Knowledge, humility to learn. Haven't you been doing that? Change. You've been doing that all your life. The way you dress right now is not the way you dressed 10 years ago. You've adjusted to several levels of change. Make adjustment, relearn, and learn from someone who's okay. Accept the truth, be willing to make changes. So every one of you, you're talking about changes. Can you go back 10 years and think about the things you can't remember right now? 10 years ago, there are so many things you can't remember because why? You've changed, you've evolved, you've done so many things, you've learned, you've tried to make changes in so many ways. True or true? The simple truths of life are very simple. And the reason a lot of people overlook them is because they are too simple. I need everybody to write submission on the chat. Submission. So if I'm going to mentor you, I'm going to give you a template of what happened to me. So if I were you right now, so a question is going to be in my heart because Cambridge said something. Cambridge said something over a period of 10 years, he struggled. But in a period of 7 months, something happened. Are you guys not interested to know what happened? Because that's where the change is. That's where the key is. That's where the truth is. Submission was what happened to me. You know, so it may take a day or two or even a week for me to break submission, but I'll give you in a way that will be light on this call. Many of you may not go the path that I went. Many of you may not be interested in the way I got my break. It may not even work for you, but it works in all ramification if there is something. So the foundation for every true, okay, let me say this. I remembered. The topic of today's call or success in your journey, the end game for me or my picture is not any type of success. A lot of people have a mindset of success, but they are not brittle, like they are not well cultured of what type of success we're talking about. I cannot teach you the way of the worldly success. I'm going to teach you based on kingdom success. I need everybody to put kingdom success on the chat so that we know we are all on the same path. See, I'm not in a competition to be wealthy, worldly. There are so many ways to make money. Many of you might have been in that environment. Many of you may have been so obsessed you just want to make money. I'm not here to just tell you keys of making money or being successful. Okay? I started this call with something. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. The whole game is God. If you're going to be successful, or if I'm going to teach you, or we're going to teach you how to be successful in this group, one of the things you're going to find out that they are going to be built on the principles of life, which is God. Anything outside of that is meaningless. Do you all agree with me? I want to know if you guys all agree with me. So if I'm saying things built on principles and you don't like it, then it's not my fault. I'm giving you heads up. Okay. So there are several ways to make money in life. If I know many ways to make money, but I don't make money anyway. All right. I make money based on where I started from and where I'm going. Okay. That's why I use the word purpose. So submission was the key thing that brought me permission. Wow. I wanted to transition. You know, anytime I get into where I have to share this story of mine, I get deep, but I want to try as much as possible to just give you guys light. I think somewhere around 2015 into 2016, I was broken in life. I've done a lot of things. I've been at different layers. I've been a musician, I've been a masseur, I've been a fitness trainer, I've been a swim instructor, I've been I've been a model, I've been a project manager, I've been in every area of life, and I've been good and successful to a limit. I've made money, I've lost money. Okay. When I say I made money, enough to get by. Okay, so I've seen money, lose money. I can't retain it. And some of you, that is your story. Money is not your friend. It's like you're always working hard for it. Am I correct? Okay, you get it now, you lose it tomorrow. You get it now, you lose. It's like it's not your friend. It's not your birthright. So you're always struggling. You're like a slave to money. So at that point in my life, I was broken because I worked the whole year. And in 2 weeks, I can spend money I worked the whole year. It didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense. I was at the verge of crossing into crime because everybody around me, the field I was into, everybody was balling, doing things I didn't like. My spirit was strong in faith. Okay. I didn't want to cross the line of fraud. Okay. At that point in time, I was convicted. I was broken. And one of the things God told me, I had an encounter, and God told me, I want to show you who you are so that you don't struggle to get what you have. Am I talking to someone? I mean, if you think that's a good, interesting encounter. No miracles. I already have something I want to show you. Okay. Say spend time. And I pictured 3 months. That's what I got in my spirit. 3 months. So I'm going to show you who you are. No, I'm not going to give you anything. There wasn't a promise I was going to give you something. I'm going to show you who you are. Okay. And when I show you who you are, you're going to already know what you have. This is not an interesting transaction. For someone in my position, I'm like, desperate, bless me, give me helper. No. So I'll show you who you are. And I gave in. I spent 3 months. In 7 months, I made my first 12 million. And from there, two years later, I made my first $120,000. And I've been from one level of success to another. What happened? I made a submission. I gave it all up. And I gave it all up to the extent I said, Father, if it doesn't work, what you said, I'm gone. I did it in a way that if this doesn't work, then I have a proof, I have a reason to do this. So I gave it all. I separated myself. I was living with a friend then. I left my friend. I had to cut off from all my friends. I went to sleep in a church. And all I was doing was looking in the face of God, which is His word. In 3 months, everything I got from God was words. And words led to direction. And direction led to actions. And here's the man that is born of word. So if I tell you anything, I'm not telling you because I have a secret. I'm telling you because we have something. We have something we don't know. It only takes someone to show you. And if you're willing to listen and learn and give it all up and submit, you have no limitation. Am I making sense? That's why I told you the story, so you could understand why I am here today. It was based on submission. I got tired, but I submitted. Just like some of you have not been a better leader of yourself. Okay, what you have to do is submit. Let someone lead you. Okay, someone is making $100,000 right now. It doesn't mean you're going to make $100,000, but if you submit and you learn, you can make $100,000. It's guaranteed. Okay, but there is What a lot of people don't know is the act of submission. All right. I need everybody to write that down. AOS on the chat. AOS. The act of submission. A lot of people don't know. Okay. There's a genetics. We operate by a certain genetic rule. We operate keenly by fear. We are afraid. Hence, we tend to submit to our failures. And we tend to give in for our goals and our desires. And I'll tell you why. Okay. In the details of my submission are the things you're going to learn how to do. Okay, but I had to first give you the first thing I did was I made a submission. I was ready to be led because I've been a bad leader and I wasn't convinced. I wasn't convinced that if I keep leading myself, I'll get myself to where I am. Let me tell you one of the things you guys have been doing. All right. You've been getting into environments and you've been leading yourself. You've been telling yourself what you want in environment. It means you're still the leader of yourself. So you come to this environment, you say, I want to trade binary. You already led yourself. How do you know binary is what you want? You come to this environment, I want to make $5,000. Why do you think it's $5,000 is your problem? You've been leading yourself to wanting $1,000. You've been leading yourself to wanting $500. Now you keep wanting higher figures. Because why? You were never in the environment where you understand that you don't have to want anything. You can actually get everything. But you were not looking after getting what I would call, oh, should I go there? Okay. Let me delve a little bit because this call may expand into 3 hours if I go. There are certain things I'm going to say. This call may expand, and some of you don't have time for me. Okay, I may have the time, but some of you don't. I want everybody to get a piece of something. All right, even if it's just 1 hour 30 minutes to spend together. Does that make sense? So I'm trying my best not to get so expanded. The primary purpose of money. Okay. Let me ask you that question. What's your ideology of money? I'm trying to help myself here. I have so many things to say. It's popping out of my head, but I just have to calm down. Okay. What's your ideology of money? What do you need money for? That's an easy way to want to get you to answer the question. But it's quite different from what the ideology of money. Now, the whole purpose of life is not happiness. Money is a message of happiness, but the whole purpose of life is not happiness. Many of you, the reason you want to make $6,000, $5,000, or $10,000 is to be happy. Am I correct? Okay. Well, let me direct you a different direction. Because if you do not have this, you can never be happy. It doesn't matter how much money you make. You're still the same person, but on steroids. Okay? It is not money that makes you happy. A lot of people want a lot of money because they want to be happy. They want to be okay in life. But there is a principle. A lot of people think if they solve their problem, if you take care of family, there are so many things you are going to say right now, okay, that's going to make you happy. So the primary purpose of life we've been taught, or psychologically we bought into, is men want to feel comfortable enough to be happy. Okay, but the primary purpose in life is to have peace. Okay, I don't want to get into the scriptures so quickly, but I want to say everything that I'm going to dive into the scriptures. All right. Peace is where your provision is. The reason many of you have not been successful is because you've not found peace. I found peace Within the period of 3 months, my submission gave me peace. And when peace came in, there is a you that you don't know. Many of you don't have a relationship with yourself. You don't know you, just like some of you don't know your children. You don't know your potentials. You don't know what you're capable of. And the reason you don't know what you're capable of, the devil has stolen your peace. You are manipulated. You have been programmed. And the thing that God put in you to be successful, he qualified it with peace. So when you're not at peace, you don't think right. You're reckless. You make unsound decisions. Okay, but when you're at peace, I teach you this today. When you're peaceful and you can find rest in the midst of trouble, the discerning spirit will begin to speak. I found ideas that got me to multiple 4 or 5 figures from my place of peace. In your place of peace, there is provision, and your provision leads to your prosperity. I'm saying all of these things as a foundation, okay, to what it is you would learn. You guys may think I've started teaching you, but I've not started teaching. I'm just prepping you guys for the principles, but there is a foundation so that you don't learn the way you learn from me binary option. I'm not teaching you why I teach Forex. Okay, this is not Forex. This is mindset. There's a mindset for every information. Life is based on principles and laws. When you operate by principles and laws, you will get the result irrespective of liking, whether you like it or not. Okay, so there are principles that governs everything, and you cannot observe principles when you're reckless. So when you're late on rent, you become reckless. True or true? When you're late on fees, you become reckless. So life pressure is to make you be reckless so that you don't leave eventually. So a lot of people are existing, but they are not living. Hence, you get into an environment, you think the environment is going to make you successful until you become a product of the environment, a child of the environment. You can never find the success of an environment. That's why people will come and go, come and go, come and go. But I learned this principle. There's nothing I can't do in life that I will not be successful. There's nothing I put my hands to do. When the scripture says, anything your hands find doing will turn to gold, it's a principle of inner peace. When you find that peace, it brings permission to provision that leads to prosperity. Write that down. So if there's anything I want to give you right today, if this is my first mentorship foundation with you, in everything you seek after in life, seek to find peace with yourself, irrespective of the pressures you're going through. That is what submission gives to me. And I'll tell you this, everything you're afraid of right now, if you die, you don't know about it. You know that, right? How many of you just understand what I said? I'm just going straight to the point. Everything that is giving you trouble, giving you pain, the children you're trying to save, the husband you're trying to be good for, the house you're trying to save, the land, everything you're trying to fight for right now, if you off today, you don't know about it. True or true? Life goes on, right? So some people spend years trying to run away from their self, eventually lose themselves. Why don't you just try to live and be peaceful with yourself? Okay, and I'll tell you one of the ways you can do that. One of the things that helped me do that. Don't forget, in the beginning was the word. So this was the word that was in my beginning. All right. Be careful for nothing, but in all things, through prayer and supplication, make your request known unto God. Be anxious for nothing. Worry for nothing. Very irresponsible prayer. Prayer at the highest level of irresponsibility as a human being. Put 100 if you agree with me. Responsible people don't like this prayer. I'm human. I have bills to pay. It's normal for me to worry. You're being responsible. No more. But the God of responsibility said, don't be responsible for things that take away your worries. Don't be responsible for things that take away your peace. I am your peace. Focus on me. Don't worry about the things that is taking me away from you. What a wisdom a lot of people don't understand. When God said that, a lot of people don't understand. Be anxious for nothing. Anytime you try to be anxious for something, you are taking the God who's the solution away from you. So what he said, true prayer means true communion, relationship. See, and thanksgiving, it means be positive above the negativity. Make your request known. How can you do that when you don't even know you? Kendra, what are you really trying to do on this call? I'm trying to set a foundation to know who you are. If you are reckless in life, if you are in a place where you are struggling, I can guarantee you, you don't need a doctor, all right? You have identity crisis. You cannot know you, and you're less of you. So whilst a lot of people are trying to, I'm saying this because there's a solution to it. It's all based on the submission I said. All right. I'm still on the topic of submission. And I want to tell you why you should submit fully. A lot of people don't know how to do the act of submission. Okay. They are only interested in what they will get out of submission, but they don't know why they should fully submit. There's so much benefit in submitting, and that benefit comes from knowledge. You cannot. What happened to me over a period of 3 months? What did I say that God said I would do? I need someone to type it on the chat. What did he tell me that he was going to do for 3 months? Someone type it on the chat. Very simple. Let me know you guys are with me. God did not tell me to submit though. God never told me to submit. He told me something. No. Where are you getting? Bring me to my destination. No. See now, I need to ask questions. I don't know if you guys are following me. You just look as if I'm talking. Pay attention. I said take notes, pay attention, listen with your heart. All right. He said, I will show you who you are. I had identity crisis. When God intervened in my life, he did not give me anything. He said, I will show you who you are. It means I'm already that person, but I didn't just know. I had an identity crisis. Many of you are struggling in life today because you have an identity. You don't know who you are. That's the problem. Nothing else. All comes back to, if you're struggling in life, you don't know. If you are a child of a king and you know you're a child of a king, how are you going to live? You're going to live like a prince. If you're not living like a prince, it's either someone has taken that knowledge from you or you are a slave in another person's land. Can I still continue? All right. You guys still want me to continue? Some people don't want to be told the truth, but I'm just going to tell you the truth. You're in my cage right now. I own you at this moment. All right. So it's either you are a slave, you're captive in another person's land, which is very obvious. A lot of people are in captivity of not the devil, of themselves. Yet they have an identity crisis. So one of the things God did was says, let me show you who you are. And who are you? So if you know who you are, you can't be poor. It's impossible. It does not, in the laws and physics and government of the world, poverty does not align with self-identity. See, light does not align with darkness. The same way they don't comprehend, you cannot know who you are and you suffer the crisis of poverty or lack. Do you agree with this truth I share with you right now? How many of you you're here right now? You disagree with me? In fact, I'm looking for people who disagree with me. It makes the call more interesting. Okay. So what a lot of people don't know, I posted something a couple of days, it's not up to a week, I guess. When I found that truth, that's why I said I was going to have this call. All it takes is please help me. A lot of people want so many baggage, but they have a problem. If you look at the health industry today, there's so much amplification of sickness and disease just because people do not go to the root of health. If you go to the root of health, you are never supposed to fight a disease. You're not supposed to be a victim of disease if you go to the root of health. The principle of living in good health. If you follow the principles, you don't have a problem with hospitals. A lot of people are looking for relief when they all have to be curing a disease. Am I speaking to someone? Okay. So you come into an environment like this. The next thing is you're liking our trading sessions. You're super excited about our making money sessions. Okay. So some of you passed through mentors, but you were never friends with them. You join their sessions every day. You were never keen on them, on who they are. That was the difference with me. Some of you get into the environment, you go for the money, but you're a bad leader of yourself. You've been doing that over the time. What do you think you replicate? You can't replicate more than who you are. And what changes who you are? You guys want me to share this truth with you? The first change scripture that I learned when I was in, say, follow those who through faith and perseverance inherit the kingdom. For 10 years of my life, who was I following? Before I got to where I was, I never knew anything about following. I never knew anything about mentorship. I never knew anything about stewardship. I never knew anything about serving. I only knew that if I have passion, I should follow. The only thing I knew how to follow then was my passion. The scripture made it clear. Say, follow those, a human being. Your success in life is not tied to your passion. It's tied to your ability to serve the person. If the word says it, all I need to do was understand it. Say, follow those. Be ye followers of those. He didn't say systems, technology. He didn't say those things. He said those. And to follow someone, you have to submit. Do you guys agree with me? So let me teach you the art of submission. Let me show you the art of submission. You first have to agree personally. Okay? Some of you, you know, there's an adage that says, we are on this call to share the psychology of life success in relation to an environment. But life success is generally about life. What I'm sharing is a life principle. Okay. So a lot of people, because of the identity crisis, they don't trust themselves to follow people. So when they are even in the act, they are even in the environment of submitting to leadership, they are the one leading the leader. How many of you done that before? Be honest. Okay. Someone comes in and I'm like, okay, what do you want right now? Okay. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. I've been a leader, I've been a mentor, I've seen a lot of people do it to me. And all I just do is I watch. And a lot of people have come and gone. And I've actually created success. And I've learned a lot about what I'm sharing with you. When I came to this environment, the first thing I did, learn from me. I'd made 6 figures before I came into trading. But the first thing I did when I came into this place, because I know I was going to establish myself, and the best way to establish myself was to key into the scripture that says, follow those who through faith. So there were people in the environment that had already inherited a level of kingdom that I love. I did not go meet them. I signed up. It's my signing up fee. I could tell them what I want. I didn't go meet them to say, oh, I want to learn binary option. I want to learn this. This is how you should be doing this thing. This is what I want. No. I love what it is you're doing. How may I serve you? Give me an opportunity to serve your vision. This is what I told my coach at the time. All right. But I had an end game. I know the axe to ladder. There are people I cannot get across to, that I cannot talk to, but there was someone I can talk to that can lead me to someone that I can get across to. I had to submit myself by serving that person because I understood something. What God is looking at for you is your ability to be humble to things that He puts in front of you. Some of you, you're not humble. Your suffering has taken the humility from a lot of people. And I can prove it to you. If you've suffered so long and you eventually reach a place of stability, oh boy, you hardly listen because you know where you're coming from. So what I did, so I'm teaching you the art of submission. Despite the fact that I know how to make money, I know how to lead, I've been in network marketing. The person I was actually talking to, I'm talking about right now, had not at that point, I had not created the kind of success I've created. But I left all because I work in principles. Whether now, whether tomorrow, is the principles that lead to the result. It's not how you feel about them, it's principles. This environment I'm coming to, I don't know how it works. I don't know how to trade. I don't know how the mindset of traders and business works in this. I've never done it before. And for me to do it, I have to learn and follow those who know how to do it. They've created success. For someone to be a P5000 at that time, that person was a strong leader that has led over close to about 500,000 people, okay, to be able to sustain a level close to a chairman. Oh, no, you are good in a level of leadership. I don't care how you did it. I didn't even know what it was then, okay? But I knew that you were my ladder to the kingdom I wanted to inherit. And I did something. I'm sharing this story because it's the only thing that can make sense for you guys to grab. I love stories and I'm sharing them for you guys to relate. Can I continue? All right. It's a message. This is how I teach. Can I continue? So I submitted rather than looking for the problem that I have or the thing that I want. I first identified the following that I should do. Okay. And when I got that permission for following, the next thing I started looking for was, a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people, in fact, we were taught wrongly about the concept of submission. A lot of people don't know what's your value. In 1,000 banks right now, what's your value? In this group you are right now, what's your value? Anywhere I get into, I instate my value. You must know me. I must be valuable to you. That is how I created my first 12 million. That's how I created my first $100,000. That's how I created the stability of income, multiple streams of income that I'm creating right now. You can't find me in a place and you do not find value. There's something that I have that the environment doesn't have. I find a way to deposit it. You know, there's a mindset that people have. They always want to take because of the pressures of life. No, the key to getting in life is not taking. The key to getting is giving. What are you giving right now? So when I got in, I'm teaching you guys the act of submission. And if you just follow the steps, it will help you in your trading. But I'm actually taking you away from trading. The problem, trading will not solve the problem you have not solved. Your mindset would. I found something that the environment didn't have that I can give, and I started giving it. And guess what? I was getting everything everybody was looking for. Within a space of 3 months, I mastered the skill that everybody was trying so hard to miss. I got it because I had something to give. Okay, I may not teach you the details, but I'm just trying to tell you guys, this is how I got. Many of you knew Ken Remo, but you didn't know how Ken Remo came about. Some of you are with me right now. You don't know who I am. And some of you will stay with me for 2 years, but you do not know how to take advantage of the person that is in front of you. Okay, so the first thing that actually brings you to purpose is to be valuable. Okay, so you're looking for things will not give you the things you want. How many of you can agree with this truth I just said you right now? Let me bring it close. Many of you are looking for things right now. You're looking for the opportunity. You're looking for stable income. You're looking for security. You've been looking for these things for years, for decades, some of you decades. Some of you have been consistent in the look for, but it has not given you what you want. It is in what you're not giving. Many of you are so idle with yourself. There's so much in you. The laws of the earth say seed time and harvest time. Sowing comes before reaping. Everything that you desire to have is a reap. But what do you sow? The principle of sowing leads to harvest. So when I come into an environment, I don't search for harvest. I'm not a thief. And I'm not the devil. Because the devil comes to steal. I don't come to steal. And I'm not someone who has the mindset of entitlement. I have the mindset of privilege. Everything is a privilege. For me to have this call with you and you're seated on the other side and I'm talking right now, it's a privilege. Yet I'm the one offering value. But it's a privilege for me to serve you. Everything God gives to me is privilege. So when you have that type of mindset, you will be a good steward. And when you're a good steward, God trusts you more with opportunity. Do you know that there is a wealth? There is nothing in lack. Everything is in abundance. What people don't have is the faithfulness to attract abundance. And faithfulness is in service. As I'm here right now, can I trust you for anything? You know, as I've been with this group, there are people I can now begin to trust for responsibilities. How do I know that? Who can tell me? I don't know anyone before we came into this group. Some of you are new. But over time, since the week we started right now, there are people I can now begin to identify for some certain level of responsibilities. How do you think I would identify that? It's in the ability of people to follow the little instructions that I'm giving every day in the call, and they are responsible to the call. So what does that mean? If I am the head, per se, like assumption, and I want to point out people that I would bless, who are those that I would bless? Those who are taking instructions, following it through. What does that tell you? In your service to our cause, there is a blessing. Sometimes when God brings you to an environment, it's not for you to come to take. It's for you to come to give, to show what you have. Sometimes environment are platform for you to scale. But because people have the mindset of take, they don't get it. And I can relate everything that I'm saying right now to your trading success. In fact, that is why I'm telling you everything that I'm telling you right now. You cannot make yourself successful through trading. But you can serve yourself to success in trading. Am I making sense? Whilst I'm speaking, some of you are convicting yourself. So, wow, I think I've not really been doing well with myself. Am I correct? How many of you are having that feeling? You know, I said one of the major problems of people is isolation. Isolation is the key. When the devil wants to kill you, he isolates you. All right? Totally. With problems, with betrayers, with hardship, it will isolate you. Because why? Your success is in community. Because in community, you find service, you find problems, you find challenges. And if you switch the mindset to the one who offers value, you find wealth. That's what happened to me. How did I become an educator? See, you people should follow the trail. I'm not telling this message just because I'm trying to tell you who I am. I'm telling you because of how I got to where I am. How did I become the Ken Remo you know today? I submitted to a vision that I admired. I found a place to serve. While I was serving, I was mastering the skill. Because why? Why was I spending 4 hours every day? Something must push your drive. Why was I spending 4 hours every day, 11 a.m., 11 p.m. after a hectic day till 3 a.m., just to wake up around 7 a.m. to go to the office to show what it is that I've learned? I found a reason to serve. And because I have a reason, I have people to serve, The natural gifts that God has given to me were exercised. And because they were exercised, they became valuable to others. As others were benefiting from those gifts, guess what? They got amplified. Is this making sense to you? I didn't have to want to make $10,000 in trading. It came through the process of me finding the ethics and the principles, the laws that governs the $10,000. Many of you, you've been taught, and it's not our problem. We were taught through school to earn. But I was built through the knowledge of God to produce opportunities to earn. Now I can earn because I produce the opportunity. Hence, I'm in peace, even if I'm not earning. Because I have a production center. How many of you have a production center today? The reason you are reckless with your finances is because you're not producing. So while many of you delved into this call to learn the principles of trading, I just deceived all of you. But that was a good deceit. Some of you, when you hear principles of trading, it's a fast way to learn how to be principled, to be successful in trading. How many of you thought that was what you come and learn? All right. But the truth is, the true principles that governs trading is one of the fastest ways for people to mirror their lives. In fact, you know yourself more as a trader. Some environment will never teach you about yourself like trading. So when people are not experiencing success in trading, they think trading is hard. No, you are hard. You don't just know you. Okay? So one of the things key point, let me take it from where I started from and take it to where I am right now. First is know why you want to trade in the first place. But even if you now identify why you want to trade, what was the problem in the first place? So some of you, what's your why of trading? Type it out on the chat. Okay? What's your why? So many of you have why. It may be freedom. It may be, many of you will be financial freedom, maybe opportunities to impact and bless others. So many of you, you have so many reasons you want to trade. That's your why. That's why I am with you here. That's why you're with me. That's why you answered the call. That's why you accepted the person who invited you. There's reason. Okay. Type it out. Write it in a book. Type it out. No, you wrote it out today. Okay. Write it out. So I'm not practically. So I've given you the mindset to practically take you through the steps. All right. Yeah, it will all be freedom, happiness, the joy of being alive, living. Okay, having a sense of livelihood. So many things. You guys are going to bring it. All right? I'm just stating it. I've done this many times. Okay. Let me give you guys 1 minute to pour out your heart. Everybody type it on chat. Nobody should have a note. Just there's one key reason you're here today. You want to trade. Write it out on the chat. Financial freedom to increase my chance of productivity. So 2 questions. Just a moment. Just a moment. Let me quickly take this. Very important. Okay, good. So this is the first problem that you have identified. The first problem that you have identified is the reason you came here. Okay, there's the problem of financial freedom, is the problem of impact, is the problem. So the problem is what you want to solve, and that's why you came here. Am I correct? So this is how I help people. Okay, everybody we have our needs, but why do you have a need? We have our needs. So let's leave the need. Why do you have a need in the first place? If you can understand why you have that need, you solve the need. So let me take you back to the need. Okay. Because if you can solve that, trust me, we're in peace. Okay. How do you become financially free? How do you become impactful? How do you become relevant to your family and society? It's not something that is given to you. It's not something someone can give to you. It's something that you give. To be impactful takes giving. To be financially free takes giving, takes serving. Everything you said that is a problem was already something in you that is dormant, that is not active. Am I making sense? What you are looking for, nobody can give it to you. You already have it. You're not just doing something about it. Put 100 if you got what I just said. There's no problem of finance. There's no financial problems. Okay? There are no financial problems in life. We tend to say there are financial problems because we do not understand our needs and the structures of our wants. Okay, there are no impact. If you want to be impactful, it's very easy to be impactful. Very, very easy to be impactful. Now, we may not all have different level of impact. If you want to be very relevant, it's always very easy. It may take a while for you to show that level of relevance, but it starts somewhere. It starts from what you have that you're willing to give. Okay? Put 5 on the chat if you got this. What you have that you're willing. Many of you are so stingy. You're so self-protected. You're not willing to give of yourself to others, and that's because you don't know God. If you know God, then you don't trust him. Okay? Be willing to give. So this is what a mentor helps you do. A mentor helps you see the potential in you and helps you breathe and serve it. You understand what I just said? Whilst you're chasing after the things I can offer you, or the mentors in this environment can offer you, work closely to aligning with our vision so that we can help expose you. Because if we do, you're very impactful. I'm just delving straight to a very high point. A lot of you may not understand. But the reason I'm saying this is you're here today. God created the solution and you came, which means the solution was already for you. I didn't form this. Okay, this was a vision that was activated. And one of the key things we all agreed in is let's create a very healthy community. So we're big on community. What are we trying to do? We're trying to serve you. Okay, and the best way to serve you and to expand and expand with you is to teach you to serve. If we all do that bit of serving, do you know what we're creating? We're creating something massive. Now, I'll delve in to tell you this. According to the scriptures, the world is waiting for you. See, the whole creation awaits the manifestations of the sons of God. It means you've been sleeping. If you manifest, money is activated by manifestation. Find what you are good at and start giving it today within a community. Give yourself 6 months to 1 year. You don't even need to know how to trade. Money will find you. I'm a proof of that. Money will find you. Money is an excuse for people who are not willing to give. Money is an excuse for people who are not willing to give. If you're willing to give, you don't have to chase money. Do you know how much I have earned? There are times I earn more money not trading than I trade. You guys want to know how? And I've been teaching this to a lot of people, but somehow there are things I can tell you, but I promise you, you will not do it. And the reason you will not do it is not because you don't want to do it, because you've trained yourself not to do, not to apply, not to submit. For a long period of time, your subconscious guides you more than your intention does. But what I do over time is I'm very good at repetition, because I know the power of environment. If you listen to me over a period of time, you're going to budge. If you don't budge, you would leave. It's nature. If I'm not giving you what you want, how you want it, you would leave eventually. Or you're eventually going to get how I'm giving it. True or true? All right. So whilst I came in, I brought in 30 people when I came in. I became a P1000. All right. I did not bring 30 people to become a P1000. I brought 30 people because I wanted to fulfill the act of instruction. When I came into IM Academy at the time, I had lots of money in my bank account. In fact, I knew I did not need the business. Okay, so I want you guys to understand the mindset. I didn't need, in fact, I never loved people who were talking about ranks in IM Academy. Because before I came into the business, I used to be an advocate for people. I'm a Saul. If you were doing IM Academy at the time, I'll come and discourage you. I have the account of people I discouraged in IM Academy. But something brought me in. There was an alignment. I saw something I didn't know. And when I attended a meeting, a training, I heard someone that resonated with me. And I heard truth I never knew. And I knew at that point in time, this is why God brought me here. And the first way to tap into a mentor's vision is to follow their instruction. So when he said, I am the one that obeyed. So I did what I was not willing to do, that submission, because I've done it before and I've created success. I became a millionaire for submission. So when I was needed to submit, even if it was against what me and my wife had agreed, we had agreed that we were not doing network marketing again. Because I've been arrested. I slept in Banti. I slept in zone. I'm not going to zone 2. Not because I did bad business, because I was in association. I paid debt that I didn't owe. So I got broken. That's how I made 6 figures. So we came together and we made a decision that we're tired of this life. Okay. We're not doing this again. But because I've been trained that success is a principle. It's not about what you like. It's not about your liking. It's a principle. You follow the principle, you get a result. When I found my next level of life in guidance, it was against the things that I was coming from. But I knew the only way to beat it is to just follow the instruction, regardless whether I love it or not. Does it matter whether I love it or not? No, what matters is I am living the life that I wanted to live now. Okay? Did any one of you get something from what I just said? Because many of you are in that shoes. You've held on to things that does not favor your future, so you never even had the future. Because why? You held on to the present or the past. Okay? So I wasn't willing to hold on to the past. So I just followed the instruction. I'm very daring. Okay, let me just do it to even see the result. So I'll follow the principle to the end. Guess what I found out? This is a testimony that I can share the rest of my life. I would have quit this business if it wasn't for the people I brought in. So while following instruction, I was building the block for my sustainability. I didn't even know. A lot of things happened in the period of 2 years that it was based on the instruction that I followed that preserved me. But I said all of that to tell you this. Whilst I was trading and not experiencing success, two things were paying me in trading. Many traders don't get to tell you this, but we are in a very lovely environment to tell you. We are not like many traders. I was earning from my P, sometimes it goes to P150, P1000, all right? That's because I helped other people get into the business. But do you know that I was earning more in trading when they are trading? When these people that came in, because when they came in, we were all set up in the broker, all right? I didn't even know these things. As you register in a broker, you're given a link. People register, you get paid. Many of you never heard this, right? Some of you have heard, some of you are still adamant. This is why some do the business. Some people are in the business for this thing I just said. If you followed me, I always talk about these things. Anybody you help to trade, you've created a stream of income for life. But many people don't know because they are not taught. They're not aware. They are not following. They're leading themselves. So there are days me and my wife will open our back office and we'll see $1,500. So where did this come from? Okay. And there was a broker I was using there, and I just, man, I asked the guy who signed me up, I said, is this how you're earning money? He said, yeah. So, I said something. Let me bring it. Money is not a problem. It's in your disobedience that it becomes a problem. Okay. Some of you here right now, you've helped 10 people come into this environment. Guess what? Some of them are going to continue trading. Some of them won't. But imagine when we grow to 1,000, you have 100 people that are trading. Your children will eat of the money of the obedience you did today. Not everybody fails. Some people will continue for life. The person who brought me in trading today is still eating of the money that he's still eating of the effort he had, but it's no more trading. Our blessings are in our ability to help others. Some people have made it a business, but it's a natural provision of life. But business has adopted it. So there's a benefit when you do it as a business. There's a benefit when you do it selflessly. In fact, there's more benefit when you do it selflessly. Are you guys still willing to hear me now? I'm not showing you the principles of money. So what sustained me? While I was losing, I was broke. I didn't trade for 9 months, but those periods I was sustained. How? I had a stream of income sustaining me. Because what? I served in the first place. I was good. I went through the tough because I was preserved. I lost a lot of money, but I was preserved. How many of you, can you quit when you're earning $1,000, even when you're not trading? Can you quit this business? So that's another principle that a lot of people don't know. Can you quit? So let's say you start this business over the next 6 months, all right? From your overflow, you're earning $1,000. All right, that's about 1.6 million. And let's say you started with 10 million. But because of your ignorance and your persistency in disobedience and everything, you lost your 10 million. Would you quit trading if you're earning 1.6 million every month? You won't, right? Why wouldn't you quit? You guys talk to me. Why won't you quit? This brings me to maybe, I don't know if it's going to be the last thing in this part to tell you. The reason a lot of people do not have a future in business is because they were never founded in the first place. Your establishment is not based on the things you do for yourself. Your establishment is the things you do for others. They establish you. That's how God establishes us. Okay. What is going to preserve you is not your strength, because guess what? There's going to come a time you lose your strength. What is going to preserve you is the strength of others. So the whole game of my communication with you today is lose yourself, submit, lose yourself, and learn to serve a purpose that is bigger than you. You will get all of your needs. All the needs you're looking for are in your ability to learn not to be yourself. Who you've been, the bad leader that have gotten you to where you are right now is your ability to, is in your ableness to disobey, to ignore, to rebel. Just don't be that person over the next 3 months. When we give instructions, follow them like your life depends on it. It's going to bring out the true person in you that will find peace. And when you find peace, you're going to find what? Permission to what? Provision. And that's going to lead to prosperity. This environment, like many environments you guys have been to, would have given you success if you only followed the instruction of a leader. You only submitted to the instruction of a leader. Because why? We have the capacity that has brought us here. I know how to do what I am doing. If I'm a failure, I wouldn't be here today. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys trust that I'm a success? If you trust that I'm a success, trust yourself. The next trust you need is in yourself to follow the instructions that we give. Our key is not what we offer you. It's not what we give to you. When we trade, you make money. That is not what we offer you. What we offer you are the instructions that we give you. If you follow them, you get the success that we have. If I trade with you, that's bad. But if I give you an instruction, that is me. Lose yourself. The best things I've done for people that have helped create success and they come back to thank me is that I showed them the reason why they should lose themselves. Lose yourself. You don't matter. All right? You don't matter. You will truly matter when you stop mattering. We put so much emphasis on ourselves. We want to matter so much about ourselves. Lose yourself. Come to your lowest, highest level of humility. Forget you. What matters is in your ability to matter in someone else's vision till you find yours. Many of you, if I ask the question, have you found your purpose in life? You don't know. So the best way to find purpose is to serve purpose. That's how you find your purpose. So I know how I get people to find. I don't force people. I won't sit you in a session and tell you, okay, let me tell you your purpose. No, serve other people's purpose. God automatically shines your purpose in serving. In natural service leads to purpose. Okay, I've said a lot of things, but I'll quote this. It's not about money management. That was already a failure. You've done it many times, but you were not good at it. The problem is not money management. The problem is not risk to reward. The problem will never be risk to reward. The problem will not be timing. Will never be timing in trading. The problem will never be the money you don't have to trade. The problem is not the affordability of tuition. The problem has nothing to do with everything you have right now that you're experiencing. The problem or the challenge, it's actually a problem because it's gone past challenge. The problem has always been you not knowing that you have a role to play that you're not willing to play. So when you meet people, help them, put you on a roll call. Those who are always on a roll call are the ones in the scene, are the ones that matter. So when we tell you to do things and you do them, like I just gave something right now. Why do you think we formed activity? Because why? We're trying to raise champions. I just did something on Friday. I put out a couple of money. I gave money out for people to just come into role play. Something that should happen intentionally by people, but we did it. Why? We raise leaders. Okay, we said something. There is a purpose. What's the purpose of this group right now? Someone type it on the chat. What's the purpose of 1,000 Banks Bet Academy at this point in time? Okay, let me help you. Community. We're building a community. There's a number tied to it. We want to expand in numbers. We want to expand in numbers of people experiencing what it is we have. Was this call quality for you? Was this a quality call for you? Can you put a price to this call? All right. If you can, you're very good. You can put a price. All right. Your brain is in cloud 9. Okay. But do you know this can change the life and mindset of people that are not even traders? Do you agree with me? Imagine in the laws of the universe, you offered someone in the universe today an opportunity to experience this. Think of the ripple effect 1, 2, 3 years from now. And you were responsible for it. A lot of people do not think 3 years from the actions they are doing today. What we're just doing is we're helping you. Okay. So some of you, you've put people in this community. In the next 1 to 3 years, you're going to raise millionaires. You did it, not me. And I didn't do it. You did. Because I wouldn't have met Ovat or Omo or Denet. There are people I wouldn't have met if it wasn't for your effort. True or true? God had put me to give what it is that I have, but I don't have the power to bring in the people. You did. And whatever the experience is on you. I have a blessing, but the reward is more on you. Now, imagine when you make this your lifestyle, give people an opportunity to experience good. So over the last week, we've been dishing money, dishing opportunity, dishing mindset for free, what people can afford. And guess what? You became relevant for that cause. And you tell me that that wouldn't produce for you peace, that will bring you permission to provision if you do it over a period of time. Some people come, they go because they didn't find money. Some people came on this corner, they left because they're not seeing money. But those who are actually community-oriented and they have a need and they found a solution and they adhere to this, they follow the principles, they get results, it's on you. What we just do is we create the value for you to expand. And you tell me that God has not made provisions for you? The only thing that will make you not see provision is the pattern that has created you where you are today. Rebellion, disobedience, ignorance. It is clear. Are you guys seeing the clarity of the expansion we're talking about? When we say we want to expand, we're talking about you. I don't need to. See, the truth is, I don't need to do this. Okay? 1,000 banks don't need to do this. We didn't need to come into the partnership, sacrifice what it is that we have to make you guys enjoy it. We didn't. But why are we doing it? For the greater good of expanding you. So the question is, some of you are taking advantage of this, but many are not. But 1, 2 years from now, there will be champions like Ken Brimo that because of this, they created success. I did not create the success for them, they did. It's a wake-up call. All right? It's a wake-up call for everyone. Learn to matter in other people's vision. You will find your purpose. And when you find your purpose, you will find your provision. Everything you're looking for is hidden in this principle. Okay, there are calls I'm going to talk about risk management. I'll clearly talk about risk management because I know the person that I'm talking risk to. There are calls that I will talk about trading psychology because there's a psychology that governs trading. But if I'm talking to the person who cannot govern money, it is useless to talk trade psychology. Because why? That knowledge will help you lose more money. It's on steroid. Am I making sense? All right. So here we will say the truth. Thank God you guys gave me the permission to say truth. All right. Sorry. Okay. And I took out my time to share the truth of what will cost me to get into a next level of productivity, because if I get to productivity, I will get to multiplication. Many of you're trying to multiply what you don't own. Hence, you are struggling in trading. People who make the money you admire that made you want to trade, they are productive. I am productive today. The kind of money I would earn in trading, you may have more money than me, but 2 years later, you don't have money like me. If you do not understand what I understand, and if you do not have what I have. Many people have lost money just simply because they do not understand the concept. Trading is a production environment. When you put money, it produces money. But the money that can produce money is the money that was produced. So when you bring your savings into trading, it will consume it. It's not trading that will consume it. You would. The way you've always been consuming your savings with other. How many of you started businesses that didn't go well? Or businesses are struggling? But you had good intention. You started the business, but the businesses are struggling. The struggling of the business is not the environment. There are 7 things you do not know. There are a lot of people that didn't have what you have, that didn't even have the money you had, that put into that business and they were successful. What do you think the problem is? See, there is a concept to everything. And I can share with you the concept of success in trading and the concept of struggling in trading. Many people struggle simply because their mindset is tight. They are not free. You know why a lot of people make money in demo? Because you're free. The moment you put your live account, you're not free. So you are the one that consumes the money. It's not the market. Put 100 if you get what I'm saying. So I'm wasting time if I'm trying to guide you on how to trade when you have that problem. It's useless and meaningless. Because why? That's a problem that cannot be solved with the market. Okay. You brought that problem. So for me to help you, I will guide you to know what the problem is even before you trade. So I'm letting you guys know. If you're new here as a trader and you do not know the things I'm saying right now, you have challenges in trading and you would think, oh, I'm not learning enough. Oh, I'm not getting. No, the problem is not knowledge. The problem is consciousness. Are you at peace financially? If you're not at peace financially, that is the first thing you should seek after, the peace of finance. And I just gave you keys of getting into that level of peace. It takes submission. What you don't have, let someone help you. This environment can offer anybody wealth, I promise you. But it's not dependent on your obedience. Okay? It's dependent on your obedience and it's dependent on your sacrifice. So you can be here to take our trades and make money, but you could say, oh, Kempri, or what it is we're doing, I want to be part of it in depth. I want to serve this purpose. I want to run with this vision. And you tell me that you are having a peace problem, only a matter of time. Does that make sense? So everyone on this call right now, everyone's going to listen to this video, everyone who's listening to this, your trading mindset and success mindset, your journey in trading starts from when you have peace of finance. If you don't have that, forget what you're doing. If you don't have that and you're deep into ignoring this, you're a gambler. There's no other word to it. You're a gambler. I'm not in an environment to gamble with my time, not to talk of my money. And I don't advise you to do the same. This environment, success is not created by gambling. It is created by, your intentional application of knowledge. I just gave you a key knowledge. Okay. If you are due in rent and you are trading and you're pressured, you will lose that money you're trading with. It's a guarantee. It's not just a promise, it's a guarantee. If you're not confident that you are good in trading, you are bad in trading. You would lose money. It's your consciousness. And you cannot have the right consciousness if you are not at peace. And the reason you are not at peace is because you have an identity crisis. I'm just trying to take you where the problem is so that you don't think it's trading. Okay. And if you have an identity crisis, you have a submission problem. So whilst you're looking for so many things, just submit. Submit to a cause. Submit to be governed. Follow instructions. Serve a purpose whilst you have the opportunity to do. Before, I don't think I've offered people an opportunity the way I did, the way we did right now. Okay, over the next couple of weeks, you guys have an opportunity to be whatsoever you want to be without an excuse of, oh, I don't have someone to pay for subscription. How many of you have always had that excuse? Raise your hand. Let me see you. Okay. Nobody, then you're not humble. You're all liars. Okay. Many of you want to help people, but you think they don't have money to pay for what it is we have. Or you guys want to tell me that people are not interested in making money? Yeah? Okay, people are so tired in life, they're not interested in making money anymore. Okay, I want to ask a question. Who is here right now? You truly want to help people, but you think people are not interested? Raise your hand. Okay, Carol. All right, unmute yourself. Okay. Okay, there are many of you. Okay, all right. So let me solve a problem that many of you still don't know. Let me see. You guys are buying into my time. I should have been done, but it's good. Unmute yourself, Oganekara. Why do you think people are not ready?
I think because I'm not yet profitable in the business.
Why do you think people will be ready if you're profitable?
Maybe they'll see proof and evidence to show for what I'm getting them involved in.
How did you join this environment?
From Instagram, from your story on Instagram.
Okay,
from
so
WhatsApp. Yes, from WhatsApp.
From me?
Yes.
Okay, so you saw my trading account?
No. I saw your invitation from your story on Instagram.
Okay, what I'm asking is that did you see my trading account?
No, sir.
What did you see?
Just how you carry yourself.
And there was money I carried myself.
No, just the simple lifestyle, and I really can't explain, but
yeah, I know why you can't explain. It's contradicting to what you think. All right. That is why you cannot explain it. And even if you try to explain it, I will interject you and make you look confused. See, have I showed you money before?
No, sir.
I just sent a message to you, or I sent a message. You saw the message and you had interest and you contacted me and I sent you the link. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Is that in any way related to your belief or your thinking that you don't have proof? That's why people are not interested. No. You get a question?
Yes, sir.
All right. See, let me tell you, you are a loud speaker. Things echo based on what you speak. All right. Things echo based on what you speak. What you are telling yourself is what people will tell you. So for every time you go to meet people and you tell them about trading, they will tell you what you are thinking, what you're telling yourself. Am I making sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Because let me tell you, I'll tell you another thing that someone else have not told you, but I told myself, or someone told me. It was hurting, but I agreed over time. Okay, you are selfish. I'm telling you in a good way. I'm trying to point it out because you have agreed that I am your mentor. Partially, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm telling you now, right? Someone told me, and when they told me I was selfish, okay, I was hurt a little bit, but I don't want you to be hurt. But if you get hurt, I like it because it will make you angry to change. You are a selfish person. That is why you think someone needs your success to inspire them to be successful. There are so many people suffering in front of you that are hungry, that are struggling in trading. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And now you find an opportunity for them to earn for free. And you think they need your success to believe. It all boils down to you, my friend. Sometimes take yourself out of the picture. If you were not a trader and you saw this opportunity, can you share it with someone? So
Yes,
let's say
sir.
you're not a trader and you stumbled upon something that is helping people make money, and you have a brother who's struggling in trading, and you say, hey, friend, I just saw something online right now. I think you should check it out. They are doing free trading. Just check it out, see if it favors you. Does that thing require your success? Carol.
Yeah.
Does it require your success for the person to believe you?
No, sir.
It doesn't. It would never. It would never. Some people's, and this is the ideology, and this is why we have a lot of bad mentors out there. They start out like this. Okay? They want to be self-acclaimed and they want to attract people based on their success because they thought from the beginning it was their success that is going to get people. And when they grew, that's how they attracted people. There's so much need to solve in the world. There are people who are going under. There is so much to look out for. If you focus your mind on the need that is out there in the world, you will never think of yourself. And when you take yourself out of the picture, that is truly when you're serving a purpose. And that's really when you're showing your gift. Be passionate. God will bring the people to you. Just change the mindset. God will bring the people to you. All right. I know how to market. I've been in the industry of marketing for years. I can tell you different ways to market without you being involved. There are a lot of people that sell real estate. They don't have a home. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So does that have anything to do with proof or mindset? There are a lot of people that sell cars. They don't drive cars. Does that have anything to do with proof? Show the value in what you're selling than what you have. If you're trying to show what you have, it's selfishness. Some people use it for sales. That's another level of sales, but that's not you. You start at your level. Find the need, serve the need. Don't care about who's taking it. Care more about what you're doing about the need. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. Banyet, you agree with me too? Now? You said, you actually said that many people don't believe. You said that, right? Am I correct?
Yes, I did. So, I said that.
But does that change now?
Yes, it does.
Okay, our limit, we are the echoes of our own limitation. While I was broke and sleeping in the church, I made my first millions while I was still sleeping in the church. It has nothing to do with me broke.
Hey, everyone.
It just changed my ideology. My ideology was just changed because I found my identity. And when I knew my identity, my confidence came up. I identified the priority more than the limitations. When I followed the priority, the provisions came. Okay? So the echoes of our mind are the voices that we hear. It's the law of attraction. Change what you think about the value you have. The value you place in yourself is what others will place in you. You have something that is priceless that is being offered for free. Be zealous. Just take it that the world is going to be raptured. How many people are you going to save? When you see what it is, because it's not going to be here for long. What you guys are experiencing right now, some people are going to be paying for it tomorrow. Okay? We're just preparing the right community, but we want people to experience to get an understanding. But what you're experiencing right now, see, some of you are going to make enough money over the next couple of weeks, all right, to be okay. if you have enough investment, if you have enough trading capital, you make a lot of money to pay for a 1-year subscription, to pay for a 2-year subscription. It depends on what you have. But some of you don't have. Take this opportunity to use the community to create relevance. Okay? So, well, the voices that you are hearing is based on the echoes of the mind and your thinking. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I want to ask a question. Does anyone have a question for me based on the things that I have discussed so far? All right. Does anyone have a question? You know, I said one of the components of this, the requirement for this, ask questions. How many of you are ready to grow? So I want to get people to get on a competition with me. I want to give people an opportunity to take instruction, just the way I was giving instruction. Someone inspired me some years ago like this, and they set an instruction because I was submissive. I followed that instruction. Can I give an instruction? All right. I don't always ask to give an instruction, but that's what I felt my spirit to ask. Maybe someone needs an instruction to drive them to their next level. Okay. And many of you don't agree as you give instruction. Only few of you want to give instruction. Okay. All right. Or some of you are scared to say yes because you don't know what the instruction is. It won't kill you. Better thing you do, don't do it. You do it, you don't do it. If you do it, something changes. Something may change. If you don't do it, nothing will change. The choice is all yours in the probability. That's why we trade. We trade based on probability. All right. If you don't trade, you won't lose money. If you trade, you either win money or lose money. Am I correct? So I give you an instruction today. The core purpose of this group is to expand. I'll be so excited when we hit 1,000 over the next 2 weeks before we launch. What's it going to take us to get to 1,000? How many is it going to take us to get to 1,000? $700. Are you taking my life back? I'm going forward. Why are you saying 700? I think before I started this call, I saw three. I need to. So 300, 200 people have left the group. How many of you are on this call? No. Let me ask you. Okay. What's happening? Did you guys? Are some of you in spirit, madam? How many are we? How many do we need to get to 8,000? You're saying 980. You want me to question myself if I know what I'm saying? Someone is saying 967. Am I in the same group with you guys? Hold on. Okay, what group are you seeing? I'm talking about the main group, not the chat group. The main group. The chat group is different. The chat group is about 11 people. So I don't know how many people now. Yeah. How you want to 587. Okay, so what I need you guys to do right now, honestly tell yourself, okay? I don't want everybody sharing the responsibility. I need you to tell yourself from your spirit, if 587 people are going to get into this group in the next 2 weeks, how many will you commit yourself? In 2 weeks, if 587 people needs to come into this group in 2 weeks. And trust is being placed on you to make this happen. How many would you commit to yourself? I'm currently working on 47 out of 50 as of now. You know, for every belief, there is a provision. I'll tell you why. For everything you believe, there is no limitation, there's a provision. You only have limits for you only have limitations for the things you doubt. Okay? But when you believe, possibilities come true for those who believe. First, you see the need. Okay? So, and the truth is, you are what you believe. If you tell me 20, that's amazing. That's your capacity. You placed it on yourself. If everybody was $100, how many people would you get in 2 weeks? You see, it automatically changed. Did you notice that it automatically changed in your mind? In fact, if the 587 was $5,800, and I said, okay, $5,800 is on ground for a person who gets 587 people, do you know one person is going to get it done over the next 2 weeks? So what changed? The limitation you placed on the value. Because you put no value to it, it did not make sense. So you could say 10, you could say 20. But if there was a value of $100 on one person, you would challenge yourself to take 200, 300. In fact, some of you would take leave on work and go every day. Some of you will even go house to house. Some of you will go pleading with people to come and join group because there was a value placed on it. So why don't you place your own value on it? Why must someone tell you a value before you act? Because the action was already going to happen if there was a value. This is where people miss it. Everything I do, you see this call I'm having right now, none of you is paying me, but I placed a value on it. That's why I'm having it. And guess what? It's paying me without you paying me. Because I get the value I placed on it. Because some of you on this call, you will be so productive without you knowing, because I placed a value on you, on the knowledge that I'm putting in you right now. Can I tell you one truth? Whether you do it or not, in the next 2 weeks, we're going to be at 1,000. I tell you, whether you do it or not, the question is, did you take up the challenge and the opportunity to grow yourself? That's just all what it boils down to. There's no limitation. It's only the one you tell yourself. So limitation is the lack of value you place in things. Okay? So whatsoever number you put to yourself, challenge yourself. I did not give anybody a task. The only task I gave someone right now is the one we did yesterday. I said between now and Sunday, the person who does 50 is going to get 50,000. In Naira, that's about $30, I guess. All right. There's actually a 300,000 giveaway for the people, for 6 people who get 50. That's for me to just incentivize what you should naturally do for yourself. Because when those people come in, they are your value, not me. They may be the value of the entire team for us to train and teach, but they are your personal value because you're the one who, see, you sowed a seed in them. Okay? We'll be doing more of these things, but let the ones you do for yourself be natural. Let it come out from you. Okay? So that's the value. So I did not place any incentive on what you should do. You just told yourself. Okay? But if I was to learn from what it is that I trained today, is for every instruction of a mentor that is giving, let me serve that instruction. Let my life depend on my ability to fulfill that instruction. You push yourself from time to time to doing those things, you will be spotted. Joseph was spotted, even from this prison. Moses was spotted. A great person you see today was spotted. They were spotted because of what they were doing, not what they needed. Never forget that. All right. With that being said, keep your needs with you. Look out for what you can do and give. All right. This is the first version of our, we call it trading psychology, but it's nothing related to trading psychology. It's actually life psychology. The mindset to true success in life has to do with what your ability to give, not what you don't have. All right. With the absent, I'm absenting every question right now because I asked if there is any question. You can raise your hand if you have any question. I cannot have this kind of call and I don't have a question. It means something is not right if I don't have a question. I feel bad that I've either punched you so hard that you are crying that you cannot ask questions. So you're making me feel bad about myself that I've dealt with you so much that you are not even willing to ask questions. Or so I've answered deep questions. Okay. So if there's no in-depth question in your heart, all right, I would just feel like a Superman that I've gone into the recess of your heart and I've dealt with every question that would have been possible for asking. All right. And I just hope that we grow. I find some team players. I find some people who are ready to run with the vision that we have because the vision is alive. It's always been alive. It's always finding opportunities to light up. You know, I find some kings and queens. I find some champions that would run the course with us to see that we empower the world around us. We have something to give. We just need people to experience it. God bless each and every one of you. Feel the grace of a beautiful weekend. And I'll see you guys in class next.